Lovely flashbangs and a kit coming out from Info. Probably be looking to use those somewhere in the outer bomb site, A. Early 2-2 coming up, 2 around the bomb train, 2 around Ivy. Fairly standard stuff from the CTs, and it looks like we are going to be seeing an interesting pistol round from DLG. 3 players, including the bomb, actually make that a 4th player going towards Ivy. And there's the bait player out ramp, queuing the rotations from INTACT. Ivy is clear. This part of the map is given for free, and they're not even going to hear these players coming in for a long time. You got to be careful. There we go. Sound cues coming in. They realize what's happening. Pete, that's going to be a huge shot. Wrap control not established for the T's. They do get the bomb down, however, though, and they are now in a 3v5. Last player going down for the terrorist. Easy, 4 people alive. Recover that kit, boys. That's $400 worth. There you go, Michu. Good job. Well done. Making the most out of it. Even a flashbang recovered, too. Every cent counts in these matches. Every cent counts. That kit may come into use. Maybe that's the reason why a round gets one later down the line. Maybe that $400 he saves not having to buy one will mean that later on he can get 2 more flashbangs. Who knows? Huge need to be careful here. It looks like this will be a free round for INTACT. Bomb plant means the terrorists will save to buy AKs in the next round. Once again, it looks like they're going quick Ivy. Pete, what do you got this time, bud? You got 4 coming at you, but he can't quite know that yet. That's going to be a well-timed nade. Wow. I thought that was going to be one of those duds that does no damage. Still gets 52 on EGM. I think it's just EGM. Pete chiming in. These players don't even have armor, too, so this scout should wreck. Ooh! Doesn't even need it. To the head. 2 to the head for Info and 1 in the body. That's nice crosshair placement at head level there. If those players were armored, those would be massive frags, but still kind of clean up. Like I said, free round for INTACT. Info going for the AUG. That is indeed interesting. Probably something he likes to do specifically on a certain area of the map. And these AKs are going to quickly overwhelm Michu. Time to get the infill, use utility, and fall off. That's already a smart play. Good timing on the smoke. Perfectly timed for shift-walking players. He knew they weren't running because they have intel. VicX playing in ladder would have heard them. So that smoke timing is just fantastic. But Michu is going to have to climb a ladder if he wants to see over the smoke and delay the push any further. He does have a Molotov. If he is smart, he will get the Molotov out right now on the inside of the smoke. That is awesome, and I don't even know if the T's know it's there. There they go, pushing through it, and the nade damage. 1 in the head. Michu, this hold. The T's, oh man, the T's obviously, I don't think they realized where that Molotov was. They go pushing out into it and get hit by a frag grenade at the same time. Easy cleanup for INTACT. That's a huge deal. That AK power spike in the 3rd round means that a lot of T's will go up, or not go up, but be able to come back 1-2 there and have the firepower advantage going into round 4. Instead, you see the eco pistols coming out with no armor and no utility. This is just straight fishing. The music is there because I forgot to turn it off when I got back. I will shut it down as soon as this round is over. Which should be very soon. Thank you for reminding me. It's almost so quiet I can't even. What is going on in my chat? I have no clue. I don't condone any of this behavior. There are no admins. I'm the only admin, and I have way too much to do right now, like talking about EJM's headshot onto Pete. That is fantastic. That is a great pick for them to start out the round. Being spread thin on this map is going to be extremely hard. If an A split comes in, these players are going to be hard pressed. DLG making the smart decision, using the round time, forcing the CTs into using more of their utility. Looks like they are going to be doing a set smoke or two to execute onto the outer bomb site. Smokes are away, and here we go. Just getting some flashes over. VicX has ladder control, spraying wildly while being full blind, but there isn't a trade there. And he's ready for the push out of A main, but EJM finds the better of him. Now it is up to Paula with 1, 2, Enfo chiming in as well. Getting cheeky, pushing through the smoke, gets him punished. And Archer wasn't quite sure of the last player's position. Admirable effort from him, clawing back almost in a 1v3. But Michu will close out the round. Look at the economy on the CT side. That's fantastic. Excellent job. Michu, the king of the outer bomb site right now. He was playing the inner B bomb site. Oh, he was the rotator there. He's the king of the A bomb site in which he wins the rounds when they go A, even though he's the B player. And this doesn't make sense. I think by save AUG, you guys mean save up, because it is a much better gun. The one-shot potential. Pete, careful. 2 deagles spotted towards Ivy, and there is the op. Nice pick from Enfo. Re-peeking player. Should be an easy second for him as well. On Syphilis. Nothing turning out for DLG here in the so far. Long range spray down. Don't get picked off. Don't get greedy. 4 HP. Doing the dance around the E-box. Finds Enfo. Why are you pushing with the op, my friend? There had to be. We have Molotovs, boys. Come on. Just throw a Molotov behind the box from cover. He has to peek you. At least your op gets saved, Enfo, but that was a foolish move. Only 7 kills across 6 rounds for DLG. Once again, this is going to be Michu's round. Let's check him out, see what he's going to do to hold this bomb site. Well, he starts it off by missing a smoke, folks, which is not good. Has to have teammates put onto lower ramp. Paula. The AK is not infallible from this distance. And there is an op on DLG. You must be careful. Smoke towards connector. Molotov top white train. This is an excellent B execute from DLG. They have rehearsed this in the past. Michu also getting taken down from behind his position means this will probably be DLG's first round. If you're intact, you almost need to be thinking about saving right now. But that pick from Pete and still having decent control over the B bomb site means I think they're going to go for it. And probably their round lead as well. It's a decent call either way. I can support going for it. I can support saving. Smoke coming in. No players on the bomb. It's a fake. Unfortunately, this is where the man advantage comes in. You're trying to make plays and get on the bomb when there's still 4 terrorists alive. Just so many angles they can shoot you from. And that will be, as I have predicted, DLG's first. In before the hard reset. Money still good for iNTACT. And only one player missing utility on DLG, which he still does have a smoke. So, not the worst case scenario. Molotov's used early towards Olaf. Nice shot, Info. And Michu looks like he picked up a lurker above ladder towards B-Halls. I missed that. He is doing a smart jump, taking no damage, rotating around the map. Leaving VicX alone in Halls. Nice flick. Upward momentum. That's not the direction you usually flick with the op. So that can be a little uncomfortable from time to time, but that is a great job. Turns the flashbang, gets another one. Good job, Info. Nice job opping towards A main in that round. Huge from him. 3 kills, I believe. Really shutting down any pressure they had. Won the op duel to start it off, and then 2 more as they DLG committed to the outer bomb site. And this is, like I said, in before the hard reset. Looks like we have one player that had a bunch of money going for the AK, everyone else on pistols. Very, very scattered by. And they are going fast to the outer bomb site. That Molotov is going to go huge, and the flashbangs are as well. P250 player makes it all the way up the lanes, jumping through smokes. Info having none of it, even swapping to the Deagle for the cheeky spam. Knows there are not very many targets left, so he can do things like that. And Paula having absolutely nothing to do with this either until Paula contracts syphilis on his face. Yikes. Victor X here to flex. Oh my god. Oh. Excuse me. Have to wet my whistle. Another fast play out of A main. Players are getting stuck up and bunched. Nice tapping on the CZ, but that's only 1, and you only have 2 left. They do have AKs, though. Spots the player. Oh, the transfer. The taps. Not quite good enough for Archer, and he is in a 1v2. Watch out. It's a headshot spot. Horny almost making it a 1v1. CT's both rotating, which is a great move, because Horny is going to be looking for the long range. There you go. Michu. Is it already 9-1? What's happening? The game's been going for 15 minutes, and the first half's already over, almost. We do have, I mean, there's still a possibility of a 6-9 half. Although, this looks like another eco from DLG. It seems like all we're seeing from them recently. It was weird. I don't know what they did with their money in the last buy. Why do you have players on CZ if you were saving around before? On T side, too. And you had 2 rounds of losing bonus. Like, you should have been responsible enough with your money to have an AK on every player. Maybe they would have gotten more kills than that. Maybe that CZ player picked up 2. I mean, he had great positioning and everything, too. Although the king of the B bomb site has fallen, taken down to 13-5. Players are advanced, and Archer already on the flank, lurking out, catches Info off guard. This might be a budget win round for DLG. 6-9 half. Did I jinx it? Syphilis again on Pete. Vic, you need to go huge with this op here, bud. You have the HP. You have the long-range gun. You have the smokes. You have the flashes. Poor Paula on 7, and they're going to get wrapped behind. There's no way that Vic's going to see this coming, and he doesn't. Not able to convert the flick. Paula, this is an unarmored player with 52 HP. Here comes the stick. Honorable decision. Pros never fake. But Syphilis showing up in the round. Still 2 players on DLG having 1 kill across 11 rounds. We are looking for Reckless and Horny to step up if their team wants to bring it back to the 6-9 that I have prophesied. DLG, so, what does it stand for? They have a Twitter, but it didn't look super active, and it wasn't linked, or a website wasn't linked from their ESEA page, so I wasn't 100% sure, but there was something like, oh man, I can't remember what it was. I looked it up earlier. I try to tag other teams in tweets if I can tell it's their Twitter, or if a website belongs to them or something. While I'm talking in the round, iNTACT getting shattered completely. Pete basically looking for exits. I think he's going to try and save this AK. Maybe try and get some more damage. But I mean, you don't have money, my son. You need to take this into the next round. Well, still on full HP. Takes out one more. Why not play the same angle? What logical mind would do this? Will they be ready for it? What logical mind would peek back into the bomb site? Only a madman. Only a Pete X.
Terrorists win.
Unless Pete goes huge early in the round and gets a massive man advantage, I don't see this happening for iNTACT. It looks like we are going to be on a 4-9. You want to see these pistols getting the kills, though. Unfortunately, not enough trading going on. USP, you got to hit the head on that flank. Got to calm down, hit the headshot, and maybe. But no. 4-9. DLG finally managed to string a couple rounds together. And iNTACT will be buying in the last 2 rounds of the half. So a pretty decent choice. We have no kits, though. So I am guessing that the play will be aggressive and meant to shut down anything on the A-bomb site. Enfo has been huge from this position. Does leg Horny down to 41. A little clip on the wall there takes off too much of his damage, unfortunately. The pick would have been huge. 41 is only okay. Does get the intel, but the smokes are also telegraphing outer presence. It's going to be 4 through T-Con and 1 through ladder. I like the positioning from VicX. This isn't something that players are going to be checking a lot. He's doing huge damage and distracting them for Enfo. On the other angles, EGAM not aware of it. Enfo picks up his second. You're in a 2-on-3 with the bomb still to go down. And Archer, sneaking in next to the train, is able to find Pete. And I think Syphilis knows that this is where the op is last spotted, and Enfo is unaware of the possibility, or just not watching the angle, choosing to commit to only holding one of the angles he could have held. And now it is up to Michu, the king of the B-bomb site, to declare his territorial domain over the A-bomb site as well. I think he's going to be able to spot. Yeah, easy shot. Geometry working in his favor. Spotting the player before the other player spots him. He does have a smoke, but this is where no kits come into play. He has to rush. Not having a kit, I mean, means you can't ninja smoke pretty much. The 10-second defuse is so long. Not enough to make the 1v2 happen for Michu. I jinxed it. I said 6-9. I jinxed it. Why are messages getting deleted in chat? Do I have a chat filter on? Are you guys being racist? Or is that just the troll thing to do, is you just post message deleted? Oh, yeah. Great. Why? Why is this a thing? Nice headshot. A nice follow-up. Uh-oh. Horny, be careful. He's careful enough. Only down to 21. Nice, Pete. Great pickup. It's the last round of the half, and you need to go for it. You do have armor and decent amount of utility. Not bad weaponry, but time is not on your side, and you have no idea, no map control towards the B-bomb site. There's no way that Enfo is going to see one here, and of course he gets shot in the back. 6-9, I called it. I'm a genius. I am a genius. I knew that. I just was trying to prove it to everybody else. And if you don't like my cocky attitude, then tweet at Savage and tell him to not have a job. Just kidding. Much love to Savage. Wish he was here as we go on our casting journey together, slowly improving our audio and so on and so forth. I have to say, I personally am digging this headset. I think I did a sound check earlier and recorded a little bit, and I thought it sounded fantastic. A little on the trebly side, but these are really nice headsets, and they will perform admirably in loud conditions. So if my roommate came home and was being a buffoon, wouldn't matter too much to you guys. This is the Audio-Technica BPH-S1, I think. It's a broadcast headset. It's some pretty hardcore hardware. The cable it comes with has like an XLR and a 1/4 inch instead of like a USB and an 1/8 inch that most gaming headsets will come with. So like it actually has a different cable or a different plug for the microphone and the earphones. But it's pretty nice. Money well spent if you are into audio and broadcasting and things like that. I believe, iNTACT will be going inner. Info is taken down. We still don't have the bomb down. All players have rotated towards B, and the bomb is out ladder. With no players in Ivy, this should be a pretty easy plant, but you have to hold the swarm that is coming through connector. Instead of trying to hold the choke point, though, very passive post plants coming out from iNTACT. But that ladder player going down is a huge deal. And, oh, headshots through smoke. You hate to see it. Michu needs to clutch again. That's a great starting headshot. Bomb tapped means he needs to fight the players alive. And the bomb was tapped by a kit, too. So Michu had very little time, and Syphilis shoots him in the head anyway. The 9-1 lead for iNTACT dwindles. 6 rounds in a row from DLG, looking to make it more here. Bomb plant does go down, and because there were a decent amount of kills, that extra money can go towards pistols in this round, and you can still afford AKs next round. Sent the Glock in first, they said. The sacrificial Glock. DLG is biting very hard on this pressure, though, which is giving iNTACT a lot of control. The plant's just going to go down on the side of the bomb train instead. And
Bomb has been planted.
Archer, unable to realize it, also dies as well. That's huge. That's a 3-on-3. Excuse me, 1-on-3. Big X only has a Glock and no armor, so... MP9 farming bonus money on him. That's really good damage, though. The bomb plant is huge. It means they're going to have a lot more utility for this next round. And killing 2 players, I mean, that's 2 more weapons that are likely going to be purchased. Armor, the whole 9. That is a huge deal. If not, in the next round, the one after that. We'll be able to see the direct impact pretty soon here. Yeah, look at that. If a Moss is going to get thrown, it's okay. We only have 1 person not on an M4 or an op, which isn't that bad. And pretty much full utility. Just a couple players lacking. So EJM has 600 left and is missing a nade. It's up with that? He just doesn't like incendiaries? It's like new meta, they're not worth it. Oh, the full flashbang in the middle bomb, but nobody checks it. Syphilis able to pick up a third. Swaps to the Glock. I don't know about that, but it's good enough. The player being full blind means he didn't shoot at anyone coming out of smoke, and that lack of audio cues costs iNTACT the round. Nobody looked right. They're way too focused on Ivy. Middle bomb's a pretty common position, too. That is a pretty big oversight, and that's the gun round. DLG is going to take the lead in this half. After going down 9-1, they're going to run 9 rounds back. iNTACT motto right now is do not give anything away for free. And in fact, you make them pay for it. Wow. Long range P250. Slow taps. Find one. VicX onto the head of another player. This is a 3-on-2. How have they done this? And Syphilis, he's toying with making a play. He knows he has to do something, but not committing to go up the ladder yet. Still at the bottom, and EJM, they just have no idea where any of these players are. The A sandwich could go huge here. Vic has such good positioning to cause, I mean, just really to do so much damage. But positioning could come into play for DLG as well. Syphilis's position in ladder is, by the way, having to say Syphilis multiple times on a single stream is not by choice, is a little bit excessive. Oh. I'm not even sure if Paula knew that VicX was hanging out up in heaven. This is going to be a nice setup. And that is a fantastic shot from Pete. No armor, but he doesn't need it. And I don't think that Syphilis knows that Vic is in heaven. Vic just needs to stay where he is, and he will surely be able to make the trade. Steady. Whew. Trigger discipline. Does make the clutch shot in the head. The round that had no chance of being won denies DLG the lead. That is crushing. Just a slow pistol play. DLG losing initially to the deagle shot from Paula through the smoke and Ivy. Then a long-range P250 kill is traded, but another shot from VicX, and then VicX's positioning later in the round, eventually ending up sealing the deal. And now iNTACT is fast to the outer bomb site. I don't even have time to call this round. It's already over. 11-9. Spam this chip. I don't remember consenting to have Doritos advertising my stream. I wonder how much they paid Twitch for that. Having a Doritos chip emote. That'd be an interesting little snippet of knowledge to know. You can't let this happen back to you iNTACT. That trade is good, but this is a 4-on-4, and we have a Zeus next to server, and this is just the game of cat and taser. Or I guess it's mouse and taser. Taser being the aggressive one in this situation. But VicX finds Archer, and Michu narrowly escapes the loving embrace and 10,000 volts straight to the nipples. Instead, it looks like they will have pretty much full control over the outer bomb site. VicX loves playing in ladder. This time he's holding it as T. It's bomb down. 4v2. Should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy indeed. 2 Zeus is spot on DLG. That's a waste of money, guys. Maybe the server guy. I kind of understand it. I don't know if Enfo missed that head there. Can they not hear him running around? He's making so much noise. Doesn't matter. He gets one more. But there's plenty of money for iNTACT. So losing a player or two is well worth the 12th round. Og's coming out on both sides. Can we... Oh, man. Memes. Let's check up on some scorelines here. Horny and Reckless were the players that were on 1 kills early on in the round. Enfo, I'm trying to talk about scores. Stop. All right. Enfo opening up the round. Great off pick. But Reckless is playing behind the train, and then Og is stepping up. What is going on the A bomb site here? This B needs to come very fast, and indeed it will. It looks like they should be crossing over to the bomb train without too much congestion. But that op is already there, and they're taking the fights. That is a fantastic flick from Reckless. The lack of utility. Nice, Michu. But we're going to need more. He's going to need to fight the Og. Og too strong. New meta. Spend that extra $200. Because it gets you a scope.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
So as I was mentioning before with scorelines, looks like Horny is still struggling. Reckless has been doing much better. I believe he's actually gone positive in the second half, turning up for his team. Very even scorelines on iNTACT. Everybody firing, which is good. Everyone has at least a baseline of confidence to build on. Close op play on B from Reckless. Is a little reckless. Living up to his name, the man is. And talking like Yoda, am I. EJM, using that Og masterfully. I believe he had 2 in the last round. 1 more in this. Adding to the total number of kills that gun has made. Misses the op shot, the timing. Vikex coming around the corner. And the Og being used like an M4 finds a second one, but not committing onto the B bomb site. iNTACT still don't have anything in this round with a minute left. And do they know that Syphilis is lurking nearby? Vikex caught off guard, trying to swing a peek. Paula! Whew! With the tap. That was just a fantastic pickup. 2-on-2 now. Oh my God. Dirty. And the man wants more. But they both eat the flash at the same time, and Archer sprays them down. Paula, you madman, you have almost done the impossible. But it is just short. Daylight, dollar short. So on and so forth. Tame Stylin, if you're just joining us, yes, it is iNTACT with the throw. They were up 9-1 on CT side. Half was brought back 6-9, and you can clearly see for yourself what the scoreline is. Tactical pause, I believe. Savage, my usual co-caster, has a pretty crazy work event that he has to do lots of. It's like 1 week a year that's just really hellish for him. So he could not make it, unfortunately, for both of us. You know, he really wanted to be here. He loves doing this. I love having somebody to do this with. Andrew eats poop. Hey, Jubilee, what's up? Long time no talk. I lurk in your Discord once every few months. Assuming this is the same Jubilee, but I don't know how many. Well, 1942. Which would imply that there are many more Jubilees in the world. Slow set split coming in. The last time they tried to hit this outer bomb site with guns, they really got shut down by the AWP and the AUG at long distance. This wall of smokes and the flashbangs are getting them the positions they need to do something. And getting... Oh, man. EJM is just not stopping right now. And Enfo pushing through the smoke can't find Horny either. This is going to be the round shutdown. Reckless with the last two. Even with the wall of smokes and the flashbangs, just not taking enough control of the map. They're really getting killed on that inside lane towards Olaf and back 6. We really need to get Enfo posted up on the pallet in A main after some of those flashes go off, because I mean that's the easiest kill in the world on DJM. He literally cannot one-shot him with an AUG. Op wins that every time. Great trades. Only on Glocks, I believe. Oh, 1 deep. Nice jump spotting. Good job, boys. Get that AK. Make it sing. The impact of this round, I mean, it definitely could matter. Taking away money keeps DLG honest and only 1 round away from being broken. Another miracle eco? Surely not. Nice attempt from iNTACT. I do like this slow play on the ecos, really trying to get as much value as possible. Only 1 player, though, which means that DLG probably have buys for the rest of the half. Unless iNTACT starts stringing mad rounds. If DLG win 1 more, I think they're definitely going to be golden and set in stone. I mean, Train is a hard map to play T-Side on. And with the way this half has been going, there's just not enough gun rounds. Not enough rhythm for iNTACT. Reckless is missing a couple key shots toward this B site, but his backup in Archer picks up 2, more than compensating. And once again, iNTACT man disadvantaged, no map control on one of the more difficult T maps against AUGs and OPS. This EJM guy is extremely confident with this weapon. Most people just sit back passively and hold the scope with it. He is running around, making plays. Doesn't even look like he wants to attempt to get that AK instead. There are a lot of long ranges in this map. We see the Michu coming out the C9 drop, down ladder. And then going back up. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, 2 Molotovs. Should be enough to get something done. But more than that, you really just need to make kills onto these players. Michu goes down without a trade. And Syphilis able to find Vikex as well. This is the moment of truth for iNTACT. And tough decisions to make economically. Look at the economy. Can get AKs on all players but 1. And it looks like we're going for the utility over the weapon. It's a good choice. Especially since you're getting beat in gun battles on T side so far. You need to be able to use utility to get into these bomb sites and get yourself in a post plant. It's going to be Michu lurking, trying to hold all of the places that CTs could possibly push from A. All of the other iNTACT players are going to be funneling. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell what's going on in the minds of these players right now. No one close enough to hear that sound cue. Nothing given away yet. DLG going for a nice mature 2-3 stack. This is a Na'Vi style execute coming in. Run the clock down to 30 seconds and just, you see players on A. We have Syphilis lurking for his ladder already. That's an excellent entry from VicX. That is what you need in this round. The bomb went out from upper. It takes a while to get that trade. You got to pick up the bomb, cross the site. Here comes the default plant. Utility's really light. Only one, and there it goes. The incendiary wasted means that iNTACT can just sit behind all these chokes and the smokes. Nice round from them. I mean, that was kind of just DLG just falling flat, deflating. VicX had a great entry, but then the rotations yielded nothing, and there was only one trade coming from upper there, and yeah, that was the round. The decision to wait until 30 seconds had a big impact there. Saw the utility was super low for DLG, so they had nothing to throw behind those trains. Let's try and take control of the situation. VicX, you're giving me anxiety, man. Trying to play Frogger with M4 bullets. Probably trying to go for what worked last time. Slow it down. Make sure you have map control. That way if something happens, if you catch a CT off guard, you can take advantage of it more quickly and not just get stuck in halls like we've seen in so many rounds so far this game. Pete! Going huge. And me fat-fingering every key on my keyboard in excitement. But Pete going for more. Hasn't been traded yet. You still have this op around the backside of the train. VicX has the angle, spots the feed on the last player, and that is 14-14, folks. We are all tied up here going into the last two rounds of the game. Couldn't have asked for a more exciting one. iNTACT so far this season, 16-9 was their biggest margin. I believe they had a 16-14 and then an overtime match as well. So we have had quite a lot of close matches so far. And look at the buy on DLG. That is not what you want to see if you are a DLG fan, as I'm sure there are legions of. Even this round, the slow play. VicX seems convinced that he thinks somebody is going to peek upper bomb site, and Archer is itching. He's done this. Reckless has done it a couple times. Archer has done this a couple times. It's good presence of mind. Nice jump spot. Fancy footwork. Paula is going huge for them right now. 5-on-3. Still a minute remaining. That's an excellent entry from VicX. Enfo also picking up one towards A. This is a 5-on-1. This is 15-14. Come on, boys. Surely you can't give him any more than this. even allowing him to save a gun could be catastrophic. The lost round bonus is like not even that high. Him being able to save armor in a 5.7, not that big of a deal, but do not let this man have a gun. What did we just witness? Both ops dying. Thank goodness. Was that Paula in the nick of time? Or VicX? I wasn't paying attention to which player that was. Barely escaping the absolute disaster of giving an op to DLG in a round where they have one rifle. Mag 7 CZ. The UMP is not a good weapon to have on train. The angles, just the sheer distances on this map after the range nerf to the UMP make it quite an inferior weapon. And this outer bomb site is excellent if you have better guns and better range. Still though, only one man up for iNTACT. And smoke is not a barrier. JM. That's it. That's the round over. The Kobe dunk. Paula with the nade to end it 16-14. Nice closeout from iNTACT, giving us all a thrill ride after going up 9-1 in the first half and losing 8 subsequent rounds, and then having a miracle eco win to finally get some momentum back in the second half and end up closing out the game 16-14. That was a